The outside world was the best kind of terrifying. Small and quick, Desstra darted from shadow to shadow under the light of the moons. Her teammates crept silently through the trees on either side. She felt exposed in the open air, so vulnerable without tons of rock overhead. But the unfamiliar night sky excited her, and the smell of victory kept her focused. They could win this. Desstra sensed a pressure against her leg and froze. The tripwire was stretched taut across her shin. An ounce more force, and it would snap. She knelt carefully. She caught the thin wire between thumb and forefinger, holding it still as she moved her leg away. Her gaze followed the line to a bent tree limb. A small cluster of spider egg sacs balanced on the branch. The sacs were the size and shape of rotten fruit. No baby spiders here. They would be filled with poison, acid, gas, or something equally nasty. Breaking the wire would send them hurling her way. It was a crude trap, hastily constructed. The ones she'd set showed more finesse. Hard to detect, harder to disarm. "What's the delay?" growled a voice to her right. Tangle. Of all the dark elves who lived in the caverns of deep shadow, she liked him the absolute least. Couldn't he see that she had narrowly avoided a trap? Probably saw and didn't care. Tangle was always critical of her. He was snide and superior. She hated that they were teammates, even if he was one of the two best students in the school. Tangle came up to her, a sneer on his pale face. She indicated the tripwire. "We are in something of a hurry," he said. "How very helpful of you to point out the obvious. If you're done wasting time here—" "Don't get your tips in a twist," Desstra taunted. But then her own sharp ears twitched. Tangle noticed and stopped speaking. He was arrogant, but far from stupid. The Weirdwood held worse dangers than rival classmates. There, a shadow in the tree ahead. Destra's right arm whipped forward even as her left shoved Tangle aside. He rolled gracefully and came to his feet. Then his lips parted in surprise when he saw the dart buried in the ground where he had stood. A grunt of pain. Then a dark elf dropped heavily out of the foliage. Destra's own slender dart gleamed where it stuck in the elf's neck. He lay face down. "Is he—" Tangle began. "Paralysis," Desstra answered. "Diluted hemlock. He'll be okay when it wears off in a few hours." Tangle looked as if he might kick the unfortunate elf. She pushed Tangle aside and rolled her stricken opponent over so he wouldn't suffocate in the last of the winter snow. "You're too soft," said Tangle. "Leave him. We have a game to win." He stepped over their fallen rival. Desstra gritted her teeth and followed. Tangle was right on both counts. A stronger poison would have been within the rules, and the stakes were too high not to play to win. Tonight was the final exam, the culmination of 2 years of training. The classes had been sent into the Weirdwood and pitted against each other in a contest that would test all their skills: stealth, sabotage, speed, combat, strategy, and an ability to operate on the surface. Only the winning team would graduate and join the elite members of the Underhand, the secret order that protected the people of Deep Shadow and acted as their eyes and ears in the world above. It was the highest honor, not to be cheaply earned.